Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another great episode of Kyndra's Corner. Oh my gosh, I'm excited because we got a special guest in the building. Two fan favorite and one. Listen, he already has people like, how'd you get this person on the podcast? Listen, man, it's not what you know, it's who you know. But first person I want to go ahead and bring on, he keeps coming across women who likes to lay their head on his chest, which he has no problem with that. The problem is that their wig feels like an Easter basket grass. Ryan, why do you keep coming across these women whose wig feels like an Easter basket grass?
I love these intros, honestly. These are fantastic. Honestly, it's like I said, it's all about who you know. I've been hanging out at these hair salons and I can't stop, won't stop,
No Diddy. All right. Well, my next guest. I've learned in this day and age, kids can be gay at 12, right? Or a little bit younger. But when he wanted to be a Crip at the age of 10, it was a problem. Say, you was trying to throw up that Crip, gangster walk and everything, but they wouldn't allow you, okay? It was a problem. What the heck is going on?
Man, I don't know, man. When I was a kid, it was my dream to become a Crip, but I guess I was destined to be a Blood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bloods are red. I'm part Chinese. The Chinese flag is red. I guess it was in my destiny. I tried to join the Crips, and they were just like, hey, kid, we don't let Asians in here. And I guess I was like, okay, so now I'm a certified. I'm not a Blood, guys. Please don't.
I know. I was getting nervous for a second. I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "Dude, yeah. they're gonna come for us now."
No, don't say anything. No saying the letter C around me. Fun fact though about me: my last name is actually pronounced C. So I'm actually I'm throwing my C's up, but just with my last name.
I can see it.
So SY is actually your last name, but it's pronounced C.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, Sage is your real name?
So my real name is actually Sebastian.
Oh, okay.
But my parents, I guess after they named me and Sebastian was on the birth certificate, they were just like, yeah, we don't really like that. So they never called me Sebastian or Seb or anything, any variations of Sebastian. So they just started calling me Sage. And after that, that's how I've introduced myself.
What about you, Ryan? Do you have any, your origin story of name?
Yeah, I mean, the origin of my name was kind of interesting. My mom, she said she actually was hoping for a girl, which kind of fucked me up. I was like, all right, she was going to call me Morgan Taylor if I was a girl. And then my dad, he wanted to call me Gunner. I was like, dude, like, why? And he was
your dad an Arsenal fan?
Well, he said he was a machine gunner in the military. So he's I was like, nice, dude. I was like, yeah, I was like, that wouldn't have worked out for me. I don't think Gunner would have been cool. I like my name. It's got a nice ring. I got the alliteration of the Ryan Rins.
That's crazy that's crazy that your dad was trying to name you after a job he had.
Yeah.
My dad used to work in distribution. Like that would be like if you name me like distributor or something. Distributor C. Like that's crazy. I guess Gunner sounds better, but I don't know. I like that format though. I'll try to think about that. I work in like alcohol. Like my full-time job. I just do comedy by night, and by day I work for an alcohol company. So I'm just trying to think of. I guess I could call my son like Vodka or something like that. I don't know, but
Wait, hold up. Duce, call him Duce.
Duce, that's a good name. Yeah.
It's funny you're mentioning liquor names too, because I bumped into this man at a bar like, I don't know, 2 years ago, and it was the most bizarre conversation ever. It was just like an old white dude, and I was sitting there, and I was like, hey, like he was there early. I was there early for the sign-ups to the open mic, and he was sitting there, and I was like, hey man, are you a comic? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, but he like had an accent. It was like a deep Russian accent, and I was just like, okay, like, well, like, what's your name? And he was like, my name is Vlad. And I was like, okay, like the vodka? And he was like, no, like the Impaler. So I was just like, okay, like, so then I Googled like Vlad the Impaler, and turns out the vodka was named after him. So it was the vodka. Yeah, I was like, nice, dude. You don't even know the origin of your name.
Yeah.
Probably drinking Vlad when he was talking to me, honestly. I didn't know.
You know what? Hold on. I just thought about something, right? When I was teaching, I came across a student. Her name is Tequila. Now, mind you, her name was not spelled like how it was spelled on the bottle.
Okay.
This is how horrible like it is. She was named after her aunt, but her aunt had a different spelling. Her parents.
I gotta ask. What? Yeah, I was gonna ask the ethnicity of who.
Yeah, So you're gonna know who the ethnicity of this child. T apostrophe Q capital Q UEKLA. So you should already know what the.
Wait, you said there's an apostrophe and an apostrophe. What's an apostrophe again? That's just
like it's the one that's up. The comma that's up there, right? Yeah. So T apostrophe QUE. What I say? KLA. Like that's, and I said
clearly white.
Clearly.
I said your parents' names like I was named after my aunt. Her aunt was spelled TE, a lowercase QUE. I was like, bro, you're starting. How's she supposed to find her name on a chain like at Disney World or something? Like.
It's pretty funny because I saw a clip earlier of somebody talking about how there's like, it's like there's a country or something in Africa called Chad, and it's like how do you not bump into anybody?
Yeah, there's a Chad. Yeah,
like I guess I've met like one dude named Chad. typically like a lot of white dudes are getting the Chad name.
Yeah, that's a cultural appropriation nobody talks about. The appropriation of the country Chad.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not taking credit for that. Somebody, I definitely saw another comic say that. I don't know who said it, but I was like, wow,
that's good though.
It's like really fascinating observation there. I was like, I didn't really think about that.
But comedic genius, like I'm sure, like even like as we before I go to the main question and stuff like that, I'm sure everybody has had that. Like that was a comedic genius thought. How did I think of that? Oh my gosh, that was good though. You're right. There's no black person named Chad, right? Like so.
I only know one. I do know one. I lied. He was my friend growing up. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. What about Chadwick Boseman?
Yeah, well, it's longer.
yeah,
longer.
He was the. I mean, they don't even talk about it. They go John Wick, but Chadwick was like, he was the real fucking OG.
He was the OG, yeah.
So I want to say, as far as my name, my first name is Kyndra, right? So Kyndra, like my parents still, like I mean, my father was still alive. They would still battle out to this day, like, oh, your name. I named you. My dad would say he named me for one of his homegirls, and my mom said, "Well, I named you after this." I don't know where my name came from. I wanted my name to be Keisha, right? Like, well, there's a Keisha in every hood, but I've never met a baby named Keisha. Have any of y'all ever met a baby named Keisha? They're all adults.
No.
I
mean, granted, I don't hang out with too many babies.
Can I say that again, Ryan?
I said, I'm not hanging out with too many babies. So I mean, I don't really know.
Yeah,
there could be a lot of Keisha babies out there. I'm just not sure of it, which is good. It's good on my part, you know. I was like, maybe it's good. I don't know a lot of Keisha babies.
That's, you know what? Just like last week, what happened with the little baby? You let the baby ran off, right? Took his first steps.
I walked the baby last week, Sage, for the first time ever in my life.
You what?
I walked a baby. I told a joke, and the baby that was in the room just got up and left.
It did. So it was. I had my niece, baby cat, right? And so she says, "I'm gonna stay on for the entire time." And as soon as Ryan starts talking, she just jumps out of my lap. And I was like, "You can walk?" Ryan got the kid walking, man. Thank you, Ryan.
That's crazy. Wow, you're a miracle worker, man.
I know. I even thought about starting a whole like business off of it. I was like, man, I should just have a business where I like get babies walking after like a couple months, you know. I'm just like, get them to come to my comedy show, and your kid will be walking in no time.
Maybe for the next podcast, we should get like someone in a wheelchair to come through, and then you could tell your jokes.
Just like leave him there. It's just like put the brakes on. He can't do anything. He's just like, dude, there's no other option but to get up and walk out of here.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Wait. Before we go to the, I just thought about it. I remember I was working at the airport. This woman came up to my kiosk with a cane, and after she paid, she left the cane there and started walking. And I said, and then she was all the way down. I said, "You forgot your cane." So she wanted to act like, oh, shoot my back. And I'm like, lady, there's nothing wrong. You over here collecting disability checks for what? You freaking liar.
Dude, well, I guess that cane was probably a weapon. It might not be the fakest ability. Sorry, what?
I thought it was like a snortable cane she was trying to move through.
Oh,
Hilarious.
yeah,
Hilarious. Well, let me start off. I'm gonna start with Sage. Let me start off with you. So this is a interesting post, interesting news and random poll all combined. So I'm gonna do 3 different parts. All right. So basically, this man makes a viral video saying the top 3 wildest things he ever did when he was on drugs. I don't know what type of drugs he was on, but he was on some drugs, right? This was not weed, okay? Probably I feel like it was meth, okay? Because weed is not gonna have you doing all this. First, he moved his dealer into a spare bedroom to get a discount. Sage, what are your thoughts on that?
You know what? I like it. I think it's very business minded. It's like, hey, I can get a discount on something that I clearly spend a lot on each month. And, I kind of like to look at the positive side of things. Like, it would be very easy for him to be like, oh, this is a drug dealer. It's not someone I can trust. But instead, he looked at this person that he interacts with frequently, look past the labels. Like, this guy's not a drug dealer. He's a human being. He might need a place to stay. So I think it was a good idea. I liked it. I mean, I don't know if it was a good idea, but I liked his intentions.
I love it. Okay, Ryan, what about you before I follow up with what happened after that? What about you, Ryan?
This is the wildest shit ever because like I have a story that's kind of similar to this, but it was like basically my buddy who I'm friends with, he was renting a place in Philly somewhere, and basically his house got and he was living with the drug dealer. He was living with the drug dealer, and his house got raided, right? And now get this, right? You know why they raided the house?
Why?
So he's thinking he's getting raided for drugs, right?
Is your friend Afro Man?
What's that?
Is your friend Afro Man?
No. So he's yeah, right. So he's trying to leave the house. So he's hopping out the back window, and there's like a team of like snipers on the back house. They're like watching him climb out the window. They're like, freeze, everybody freeze. And they go in the house and they go to the one kid, and turns out my buddy had the same name as some dude who was wanted for like a serial killing spree. So they were looking for a serial killer, but they ended up just finding like a guy with the same name living with like a drug dealer. Yeah,
that's insane. I feel like
took all his weed.
I feel like a big theme that's kind of popped up in this podcast already is our stream is names. Like at first, like I thought tequila was the craziest thing, but now your friend is named after a serial killer. I hope that wasn't.
I'm telling you right now, first baby I have, her name's gonna be Keisha, white, black, Asian. not enough baby Keishas out there.
Well, so I'm from the Philippines, and we have like the Philippines. The number one sport is basketball. So there are like a ton of like little Filipino kids running around that are named like LeBron or like.
This is crazy. I've been betting on Filipino basketball late at night over here, man. Like,
what?
3:30 in the morning, man. Sometimes you're sitting there like, yeah, this is opportunity. The Alaska painters here are gonna like fucking turn me into something,
That's so funny. Hold on. Okay, I don't watch the PBA. The Philippine Basketball League is called the PBA. But I never knew that dudes were betting on it from overseas. That's insane.
I didn't know I was betting on LeBron over there overseas. LeBron.
Yeah.
Good to know.
There's one
to know that I got money on like overseas named talent.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jordan's playing again. I had no idea.
That's crazy, man. That's the thing I love about like white dudes. Like white dudes will bet on anything. Like they will just find something to gamble on and they will spend all the money on it.
What are you talking about, white dudes, man? Asians invented gambling, I feel like, man.
That's true. That's true.
You guys love sitting there. I mean, we just had a red panda die in our zoo. I was like, that thing was probably hooked on cigarettes and gambling for sure.
Well, as far
the number one cause of death of you guys, I think, is
that's true. That's true. That's actually true.
Well, let me say,
game.
let me say, as far as with the spare bedroom, I think he did. I agree with both of you. I think he did a good job. Who knows what happened with the spare? My only thing with about the spare dealer is the spare bedroom with the deal. I'm like, bro, you're not making enough money where you can't have your own place. You have to move into some. Because I think when I think of a drug dealer, right, I'm gonna be like thinking like the big top, like the big meat, Pablo Escobar type, like, he had to be paying some real money. Was he short on his luck? What happened?
That's a really good point. I did not think about that. It's like, yeah, if your drug dealer is if your drug dealer can't make enough money to live with you, he's not selling you weed. He's probably selling you oregano. Like he's not selling you coke. He's selling you flour. Like that's insane. I didn't even think about that. You're very business minded. Actually, you're like.
I was just as I was breaking this down, I'm like, wait, what happened with the spirit? You know, the dealer. Like, how did you end up in this? I bet you that listen, probably was a rinky dink type of bedroom. But hold on, it gets worse, y'all. Let me keep it going. Sage, I'm coming back to you. So this blew up in his face because his dealer ended up punching him in the face and later stole his car. What are your thoughts on that, Sage?
Well, I guess I feel really stupid about my prior my prior perspective on the story. But you know what? Doing good things for other people is not about having a good result. It's about the intention. So I'm sure he's going to be rewarded through some if karma exists, he will be rewarded at some point. But if karma doesn't exist, then yeah, he's fucked.
He got clean. There's the karma. He got clean. He looks better now. You see,
that's true. He looks better now. He's got a
picture. He looks. Woo!
Yeah. Well, now he can go up to people with his black eye and be like, "Hey, you should see the other guy." Like he can do the classic. Like he can make up a story. He can be like, "Oh, I got into a big fight with like 3 big dudes. I beat up 2 of them. One of them landed a clean hit." He doesn't have to tell everyone what actually happened. Now, the fact that you know what happened probably means that everyone already does know what happened, so we can't do that anymore. But I don't know if his name is made public or anything.
Well, Ryan, what are your thoughts? The second part, how it blew up in his face. What are your thoughts?
Nothing worse than your drug dealer leading to another dealer, because now he's got to deal with the car dealer. Like, it's just like, God damn, you're back at the dealer again. It's just like, you're like, this was not the dealer I really wanted. I was looking for the plug, and now I'm just at the car dealership now, and he's trying to sell me another car. And it's like, dude, you don't understand. My other dealer fucked up this car. Now I'm talking to this dealer. It's just a lot of dealing going on here. And it's like, and that's what it gets back to. It's like that drug dealer, he's like just expanded on dealing. He's like, fuck, I'm just really good at drug dealing. Maybe I'm good at closing deals. He's like, maybe I could just live with the guy I'm selling shit to. Like, maybe this guy deserves a documentary on how good of a deal this guy could close. He's like, fuck it, man. He's probably on the phone with Pico. Like, look, guys, I'll trade you 2 zips for fucking the bill this month. Like, I know it's crazy, but I know somebody smokes over there.
Wait, hold on. So let me say this, right? Let me ask y'all, because I sit back and think, and I'm sure one day it's just a nice regular day. Everything's all cool and copacetic. And he just ends up punching him in his face. What do you think the argument could have been about? Or do you think he was high off his own supply and he just, what do you think happened?
Yeah, honestly, maybe I don't know, maybe the man in question did something to the drug dealer. Maybe he was a bad roommate. Maybe he didn't refill the Brita. I don't know.
That drive me up a wall.
Yeah, so maybe he kept peeing on the toilet seat. I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do as a roommate that you deserve being punched in the face and having your car stolen. So,
hold on, wait. I got a question. But Ryan, have you ever had a roommate situation that you wanted to punch them in the face, or probably did, and you wanted to steal their car? Just as like, yeah, that's what you get. Like, you're living with me. Have you almost had that, Ryan?
It's not like I never wanted to steal their car because they didn't have one. So it's like, one of those things where it's like, I mean, I had this like, so as your family starts dying and stuff, you start getting stuff. Like I had a really nice black leather sofa I got from my grandparents' house, and it was like the nicest sofa I'd ever seen. It was probably like a $1,200 sofa. It had remote recline and everything. And I had a roommate who just started sleeping on that couch every night. I mean, it got to a point where like it imprinted the couch with like his body, and you're just like, because like he's waking up and it's like summer and it's just hot. He's like sweating on the leather couch, and it just like it destroyed the couch. And I was pissed about it. And that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I was like, buddy, you got to leave. Fuck all this. I was like, I'll pay rent next month. You got to get out. I was like, can't do this anymore.
Where'd you find it? Did you meet him off Craigslist? How'd you meet this guy?
It was the plug. And honestly, it sucks that I had to come out and say that, but yeah, it was the plug. I let the plug live with me for a little bit.
Oh,
I know. I was holding that back. I was holding it back. I was too ashamed to even say it.
Wait, Ryan, is that actually true? You're just making it up?
It is fact. I'm not even yes, it's fact. I had to come clean. I'm coming clean right now. Yes, the plug was living there. The plug had to go, dude. He was going crazy, dude.
What?
The guy was nuts, dude. I mean, like, people were just showing up at the crib looking for money and shit. I was like, bro. I was like, we got to shut this shit down, dude. I was like, you got to leave. And then he just like bounced. I'll never forget it. The last time I saw him, he was playing guitar on my front porch. after I flipped out that he was sleeping on the couch, he's like, "I'll just sleep on the porch then, dude. If you don't want me on the couch." I was like, "Brad, sleep in your room."
Yeah,
Room, dude. I was like, "This is where you got a room." And then he just took his shit and he bounced. He just left all the shit there. He said, "Fuck it, you can have it, dude." I was like, "All right."
damn. Well, after he left, did you still buy drugs for him, or after that, like the?
No, he was long gone. I mean, I wasn't buying drugs anyway. It was weed, only weed.
Oh, weed. Okay. Weed.
I saw something. It's like a report the other day. This lady got caught in an airport with like 29 pounds of drugs. I was like, "What kind of drugs were these?" I was like, "What is it? Just like a random assortment of drugs?" I get into the article. It was just weed. I was like, "Whoa, guys."
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking here? Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, nobody cares about, you know what, if she had 29 cartons of cigarettes, nobody's gonna really care. But again, it's, you know, and at one point, I'm gonna say this, I think if before I go back, I want to, you know, switching gears. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, like in the early 1900s, like weed was legal where you can go to the pharmacy and actually go get it. No one cared, but I think it's because they can't, you know, tax on it. Like you have to be, you can look this up. I think it was like the early 1900s. You can literally go buy actual weed. Like it was not a problem. But again, now, like, you know, certain, like, I think in New York they have decriminalized it, so you're good. I think in Philly, if I'm not mistaken, or PA, they decriminalized it. Georgia, we're slowly but surely catching up. So Ryan, I'm sorry that this article kind of reminds you of
Yeah.
Right, you know what? We'll talk after this, because I will talk after this. So Sage, all right, so let me go to the next thing. All right, so the second thing, so yeah, punch him. Okay, stole his car. The second thing, oh wait, hold on, Sage. That was the question I was going to ask you. Have you ever had a roommate situation where you wanted to punch them in the face? You're like, bro, just get out, or you have been pretty good for the most part?
Well, I was selling this guy weed, and then he asked me to live with him, and then he asked for a discount, and I was like, "Fuck you, bro! I'm not giving you a discount." No, I'm like,
I was like, oh my gosh,
this story sounds familiar. I was like, is this the fucking this story?
You know what? I'm a really chill roommate. I don't think I've ever wanted. Oh wait, actually, that's not true.
Every Asian roommate
so
I've had is real chill. No.
I did like a basketball camp one summer, and I stayed with this kid, and he would, like, you know, we were staying in like a college style dorm, so we were in the same room, and at night he kept making like sexual noises because he was like jerking off in his bed while I was right next to him. Now he couldn't go to the bathroom. Now I totally would have punched him in the face, but he was a lot bigger than me. But I wanted to punch him in the face. But that's my crazy roommate story.
And then what if you try to fight the man with his penis out? Like that's not. And if it's touching, like, ooh, game over.
Situation.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. Yeah, I might start. Honestly, that would have been to my advantage. I just punched low. Maybe that would have helped. Oh, sorry.
She froze for a second. She's back.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you froze for a second. I didn't see you.
No, you're good. Okay, it's all right. So let's go to the second thing. All right. The second thing that happened was he said after his dealer left, he moved a hooker. Her name was actually Old Girl, into a spare bedroom, not for himself, but to watch the place while he was gone. That said, he said that he lost so many keys that he thought he was going to be evicted, which eventually he did. He let her watch his place in exchange for doing tricks in the spare bedroom, which later resorted to his things being stolen while he was gone. Ryan, what are your thoughts on that?
Wait, she let him do tricks in the other. She was letting him do tricks in the spare bedroom, like what? Like Tony Hawk shit? Like they put a half pipe in there or something?
So I don't know what the tricks were. Right? He said, "Oh, girl, just whatever."
Magic, huh? Chris Angel shit.
Whatever this hooker was doing, she probably was doing that too. But I think about, so what are your thoughts, Ryan?
Yeah, that's a whole lot there to unpack. I mean, like, and then they ended up in a mental hospital. Is that what we're reading right now?
No, we're the second thing. The second thing.
Yeah. Lost so many keys. Yeah, I mean, at that point, I mean, you're losing so many keys. You start to think like, yo, maybe why even have a door? I mean, honestly, it's like at that point, I would just probably get rid of the door if I'm losing keys. That would be my biggest dilemma takeaway from there. I'd be like, man, I'm tired of losing keys here. I got to fix this problem.
All right. What about old girl? What about moving the hooker in because he had to have somebody watch
Moving
the
a
house?
hooker in, that's tough. I mean, because like she's not gonna make a lot of money in there. I feel like, if anything, you got to move her to the streets or a different corner if you're gonna make money. I mean, business wise, if you're thinking business wise, I mean, granted, I've never ran that business, but I hear it's difficult. I'm not sure.
Well, love it. Sage, what are your
yeah, I think somebody once said pimping ain't easy.
It's not
easy.
It's not. What are your thoughts, Sage, about him moving a girl in because he lost so many keys, he needed somebody to watch the house, but then his stuff was stolen from her doing tricks in the room. What are your thoughts on that?
Man, I feel like I don't want to. I'm noticing a pattern with this guy. He let a drug dealer stay in his spare bedroom. Then he let a hooker stay in his spare bedroom, which is very, I think it goes back to what I said initially about the last story, although I ended up being wrong because he got punched in the face. But we're talking about a guy who's not very judgmental, kind of reminds me in a way of Jesus, because if you look at the Bible, Jesus was hanging out with hookers and hanging out with criminals, and he wasn't really looking at what they did in the past, but he was looking at who they were as people. So this guy might be a modern day Jesus, honestly, with how large his heart is and how altruistic his intentions are. Now, that being said, his execution is not that great. All his things were stolen. But again, like, maybe karma will reward him in the future, and hopefully karma is a hotter hooker than old girl,
I will say this. My thoughts before I go to the last one. He needs to have a one bedroom. This is why it's important to have a one bedroom. That's what I say. Just have a one bedroom. As far as with old girl, hey man, I just kind of if y'all come across a hooker named old girl, let me know so she can come on the podcast and we can figure out her side of the story. What happened, right? Shout out to her. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch that show than New Girl, huh?
Yeah, old girl.
Hey, where the fuck is old girl at? I gotta get a BET Plus account for that shit. I gotta get in. I'm trying to see what's up with old girl.
Well, let me go to the last part. So I don't know. He said that lastly he tried to get married while he was technically married. So I don't know if this man was still married during all this whole thing, but hey, it happens, right? So he was going through a divorce. He met a girl who was a nanny. He flew to a Hispanic woman. He flew to Mexico, asked her mom's permission in his broken Spanish to marry her. Her mom said yes. So they came back to the U.S. and went ring shopping. Why didn't they go ring shopping in Mexico? Okay. While he's still trying to get his divorce finalized. Then after that, he was hit with a major depressive episode and ended up in the mental hospital. And the Hispanic nanny woman ended up back in Mexico. Sage, what are your thoughts on that?
That's crazy. I don't even know. I feel like if Donald Trump was here, he'd be like, "This is why you need to marry American. We need to stop bringing these immigrants in here. Just marry an American. You could have missed all this trouble if you had just married American. We got great women down here." So that's my first thought with that. The second thought is I would have loved to see him asking her mom's permission in broken Spanish. I don't even me gusta tu daughter, puedes ir al USA para marry, and she's just like, see, like, I don't know, but this guy needs to get his life together. I guess it's kind of over. Like, it feels like his life.
He's clean now. He's clean.
Oh, he's clean. Okay.
Yeah. No, this it ends in a happy story. He's clean. That's why he was able to give his story with the 3 wildest things he did while he was on drugs.
Oh, okay. So I guess good for him then. I'm happy that he was able to turn it around. But after hearing these 3 stories, my thought would have been, yeah, he's done. Like, he doesn't have much to go. He doesn't have much. He can't really recover from this. But yeah, I'm glad that he did.
Ryan, go ahead. Go ahead, end us out. What are your thoughts?
Classic ending to a drug ring, We've seen it before. We'll see it again. I feel, this is the classic, get in the drugs, you start dealing with the dealers, you become the dealer,
That's true. That's true.
And you're the deal. I don't know. It's just not fun.
You know what my only thing is about the daughter, right? So the daughter, the only thing I was just a starter was crazy, right? So the daughter, mom was like, yeah, go ahead, marry her. I'm like, bro, do you not like your daughter that much? You just want her with anybody? Like, hey, you take her, you take her. Please get rid of her, please.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I've never been to Mexico, but maybe it's not all that. I don't know. She's just like, get out of here. She's just like, I want to meet this random drug addicted white dude that I just randomly met. Or actually, sorry for assuming his race. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he was white. You're right. He's white. He's a white man.
Makes sense. Sounds about right.
Sounds about white.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I honestly, but jokes aside, that is something like in the Philippines, I have seen that a lot. Like a lot of people just marry random foreigners that they meet because it's a promise of like a better, more secure financial future. So when her mom saw that drug addicted, I don't know how old this guy was. She was probably thinking this is like our lottery ticket out. But it ended up being like she picked the wrong drug addicted old dude, that old random American dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, it's okay. Well, look, let me go ahead. We can end this out. And I guess I understand, but I'm like, in value for better or worse. Why would she just leave him? Like, he had a major depressive. She should have been there. How dare she? Whatever. All right. Well, Ryan, go ahead. Shout out your, what you got working on. Any shows you going to a show tonight? So go ahead, tell us about what you have planned.
Opening for Robin Williams in June. He's going. No, I'm just kidding, fucking around. Anyway, I'm at the Cigar Code tonight in Philly. That's going to be fun. I got a couple shows coming up at the EMAS Theater. That's going to be fun. And I've reached out to a couple people in Philly. I'm getting on some low key podcasts. I mean, like they're not comics, but I think we're going to have a great time on there. I'll tell you guys about it after this, but it'll be fun. Look out for it. Follow me on Instagram.
That's it. He pointed right there, y'all. Right there. Okay, you can't. Sage.
I think I'm probably the right one.
Go ahead, Sage. Your turn.
I'm you guys can follow me on @SageC Comedy on TikTok and @SageC on Instagram. Let's see where I'm performing at St. Mark's Comedy Club tonight at 10:30. So if you're in New York, pull through. And then I'm performing there tomorrow at 4:30 and 6:30. And then next week on April 10th at 10 p.m. at Westside Comedy Club. So come through. Be trying some new stuff. So hopefully it goes well. And then, that's it. Thank you so much, Kyndra, for like having me on.
No, thank you.
It's my first stream experience. It's very fun.
I'm glad you enjoy it. Sometimes Miss as I call myself, Miss Frizzle. The Magic School Bus of Comedy. I go pick up people, and then everybody doesn't fit the criteria. So that's how that goes. But listen, man, you guys, thank y'all for coming on. The rest of y'all, thank y'all for tuning in, all that type of stuff. With that being said, man, y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.